This is an intriguing story. Vinícius Motta first picked up a guitar at the age of 12 at his home in Sao Paulo in Brazil. His love of music grew, and 5 years later he moved to the West Midlands, where his family felt he'd get the right support. Vinícius, who's partially blind, has been described by his tutors as a music prodigy. But there's concern that expensive tuition fees could prevent him realising his potential. Ben Godfrey reports.
Vinícius Motta preferred Birmingham to Brazil to pursue a life in music. The 20-year-old, who's visually impaired, has been offered a place at Birmingham Conservatoire to study music composition, but he can't afford to take it up. He's lived in the UK for 3 years, but hasn't yet been granted settled status. So he'd be expected to pay tuition fees as an overseas student of around £20,000 a year.
It would be a shame, because studying at such a prestigious place, it is something unique, and the experiences and the connections that I will make there will help me out quite a lot on my career.
Vinícius joined pupils at Priestley Smith School in Great Barr and composed music with the orchestra of the Swan. And when lockdown began, they performed Vinícius's work, called The Evening Falls.
We are actually working with the Conservatoire to try and get the funding. I've listened to his A-level music that was just done, chorales, he can do them, which take years to compose, and he's doing them after 6 months.
The orchestral experience inspired 18-year-old Anastasia Kudratseva. Vinícius helped her to arrange and record her track.
Eventually I just broke out crying. I loved it, and I felt somewhat proud that I reached a point now where people are making covers of my songs. That's insanely amazing.
What inspires you about composing music?
To bring joy to the others, is to bring color and entertain them, and also sometimes make them think.
Vinícius, the virtuoso, has started a crowdfunding campaign in the hope he can begin his 4-year course in the autumn. Ben Godfrey, BBC Midlands Today, Birmingham.
I have to say, I'm now in the mood to sing.